Morning, guys. This morning we're not doing much this morning. We're gonna plug in the Magnum here, which I think it's already plugged in. I think Grandpa did. Yeah, we're gonna plug in our Magnum here, which we already did. We're hauling out some cow poop this afternoon. This morning it's like 19 degrees. It's windier than hell. So we're gonna do that in the afternoon when it's a little bit warmer. And yeah, it should stay frozen this afternoon so we can haul out. Anyways, this is our new Holland L220. I think we're testing it out right now. We're doing something with it right now. I'm not sure if we're gonna buy it or not, or what's the big dealio with it. But today we're gonna be hauling out some cow poop with it, and we're gonna test it out, I guess, and see how she operates. So he's on load number one, guys. We're in the new skid steer here. 4,500 hours on her. I just seen that. So yeah, so we're cleaning up the yard today. Obviously, like I said in the previous thing, it's now Sunday. It's a little bit warmer out, a little bit more manageable, less windy. This thing's a little unit for sure. Yeah, that's all I got pretty much to say about that. I'll set you guys outside. You can watch it work. It's when you're lifting up the bucket all the way, it's a little hard to see the bucket when you're going above the manure shredder. I won't lie, we're sitting pretty low to the ground compared to our other skid steer. I'm sure we could clean this up so I could see a little bit better, but other than that, a lot of big windows in here. You can see where you're at all the time, and yeah, so let's continue cleaning up this manure. Now, like I mentioned, this one's pretty new skid steer. It's more of a compact skid steer, to tell you the truth. It's a little more powerful than our old one. Obviously, like I said, we sit a little bit lower to the ground, so I can't see the bucket as good when I'm trying to fill the manure spreader, but it's a compact skid steer, so, you know, you give it a take. There's one big feature about this one that makes it completely different. There's big weights. There's one, there's another one, there's another one. It's, not as easy for that bucket to tip. In our old skid steer, you could definitely feel that we could lift up the manure, but sometimes when you had wet, sloppy stuff, you could feel your skid steer start to tip forward, especially when you got higher. And there was situations in where you obviously, like a little bit more weight and a little bit more time in the air, and if I wouldn't have dumped the bucket as quick, we would have started tipping into the manure spreader. So you always got to be kind of on your feet. Not with this one. This one's a lot heavier. Obviously, we're running pretty big bucket on the front, so that does not help our case as well. But it's, I guess, our choice to run that big bucket. Right now, it's not that big of a deal. When we have that wet, sloppy stuff, it's very heavy. We should be using a smaller bucket. We don't. But with this frozen stuff, it's basically just frozen cow shit, so there's no water, nothing in it. So it's a lot lighter. Welcome to the cab. Alright guys, we're gonna clean this out inside here while he's hauling out that load, and then we'll load this up and we'll get her done. Got the entire inside here cleaned up. We'll bed down through the roof again. We'll probably load up all this yet and call her a day for hauling on manure. So yeah, let's get to it again. We're gonna go upstairs now, bed this inside down that I just scooped out. We've got a little bit more cow poop that we gotta haul out. It'll be a pretty small load, just sitting right there. So we'll get after that. Got that last little bit hauled out. Now we gotta bed all this down. We still gotta spread out this inside of here as well. We'll do this one by hand. A lot of straw up in here. I dumped a little more and I maybe showed up. We'll spread out, pull that more that way, push this around. But anyways, we're gonna bed down this. He's gonna come in here and we're gonna lay out some straw. So guys, we're gonna take 3 scoops of that, put it in the big barn, and then the rest will go underneath the lean-to. So guys, I'm gonna talk about the skid steer a little bit more here. What I liked about it is actually my first time using it since it's been on the farm. It's been on the farm about a week. Grab's been using it. He seems to like it. It's pretty good. Little skid steer. Obviously, we got floor controls for hydraulics and then regular skid steer controls. If you want to move forward, you push them both forward. If you want to move backwards, you push them both backwards. A little bit's changing up in here. Obviously, we got your power, your start, your auxiliary. So you'd have to start it with using this button. That would bring power to the entire cab. Then it's hold this button, 1, 2, 3 to start it. And then to get your auxiliaries, your hydraulics, and your basically being able to operate, move forward, backwards, is this one right here. The auxiliary override. Basically, there's safety features in here. It won't let you lift it up if it's too heavy or this, that, and the other thing. So that'd be override. Lights right here. All your controls for hazards, your beacon, and your fast mode for skid steer, your high idle, like not your high idle, your high range. You can show them up in here. So yeah, pretty nifty. Heat and AC work pretty dang good. Will not lie to you. So nice little pack skid steer. Obviously I enjoyed running it today. Won't lie to you, it's a lot nicer than our old skid steer. Pretty clean on the inside right now. I'm not sure it'll stay that way, but yeah, we've always ran New Holland skid steers. We've never had anything else. Maybe a Gale way back in the day, but we've always ran New Holland. We really enjoy what New Holland has to give and their features, as well as how easy they are to work on. Right next to Gale. Gale's really easy to work on as well. Never really had any much John Deere equipment out here. Basically New Holland and International. But we do love our New Holland skid steers here. That's all we use. That's all we've been using for the last couple of years. We've had the last 5 years, I think 3 different skid steers. First one we've had for a while. Then we bought this one, our older one that you've seen in previous videos. And now we bought this one, so now we have 2 skid steers on the farm. We just put some new tires on our other skid steer. So yeah, pretty nifty. Pretty nice. This one's a lot heavier. Obviously it's a way bigger engine up in there, so there's a lot more power, a lot easier to do stuff with this skid steer and our old skid steer. It's a lot smaller too. You can get into easier places like around our barns today, you've seen in the video. So yeah, all in all, just a really good skid steer, I won't lie to you. So yeah, pretty soon we'll be doing some winter cleaning up in here. We gotta sweep all this out and just basically just our daily or our yearly cleaning through all these passages through here. We'll sweep all those up, get that all nice and clean. This is always dirty. I feel like I sweep it and the next day it's dirty already. Just clean up a lot of this stuff, just get it nice and pretty again. That way you don't have a lot of junk laying around the barn. This straw in here and the bed pack outside underneath the lean-to will probably sit here for another 4 weeks or 1 month, basically is what we kind of do for cycles, or until we feel that it needs to be hauled out. So yeah, basically the inside will leave for quite a while because the cows don't spend as much time inside as they do outside. Even though they're inside right now, it's because we just did something new in here, and Angus are very nosy cattle, so they gotta get in here and see what happens, see what's been done, basically. Really nosy cows, will not lie to you. So yeah, we'll haul this out probably in our 4 to 6 weeks, like I said, and yeah, it's probably at the end of December we'll get in here again and haul it on our fields. Really good for the fields, you know, really good for our hay land. Put that nutrient value back in. Obviously we can't put the cows out on that hay land. If we could, we would want our cows out in pastures as much as we can, especially the heifers, because they don't need silage. They just need to make babies, so they don't need to get fat. They need to stay lean and good for baby making. So yeah, this is our pig barn. It's called the pig barn because back in the day this is where they used to store the pigs on the farm. This farm used to be a multi-species farm, obviously, way back in the day. There used to be pigs in here, and yeah, I guess it's 2 animals, cows and pigs, and dairy cows and beef. Anyways, this is called the pig barn because the pigs are stored in here, obviously, like I just said. And the way it's been positioned, in Wisconsin, we have a west-south, sometimes north wind. That's always coming like this. So that wind always blows over this shed and keeps going that way. That's why this shed is built like it is. So when you're way up in here, you'll never feel the wind. We don't have to close up any of these doors. It can always stay open. You will always have a little bit of breeze coming around and hooking in here. So that keeps the air movement in here as well. But really good structure for cows here to sit in during the winter time and keep cozy up in here. And yeah, so just turn off the fan, get everything accomplished for this morning. Afternoon chores, obviously we'll have to fill up the water tanks later. Cows seem pretty happy, so I think I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.